Have you noticed something strange lately? Every month seems to cost more than the last. Groceries are more expensive. Insurance bills keep climbing. Healthcare costs never seem to stop rising. Yet millions of Americans are still being told that if they saved enough and claimed Social Security, everything will work out. But what if that's no longer true? What if the biggest retirement risk isn't a market crash or another recession? What if the real danger is a retirement trap that quietly builds for years until one day you realize your retirement income no longer gives you the life you planned for? If you're over 60 or retirement is just around the corner, this video could change the way you think about your financial future. Stay with me until the end because the final retirement mistake is the one that catches the most people by surprise. And if you want straightforward updates about retirement planning, Social Security, inflation, taxes, and protecting your retirement savings, subscribe to the channel and join thousands of Americans who want to stay one step ahead. For decades, Americans were taught a simple retirement formula: work hard, save money, invest consistently, collect Social Security, then enjoy retirement. It sounded simple, and for many families it worked. But today's economy is different. People are living longer. Healthcare is more expensive. Inflation has changed the value of every dollar. And retirement can easily last 20 or even 30 years. That means your retirement savings must work harder than ever before. The retirement trap begins when people assume yesterday's plan will still work in today's economy. Think about your own situation for a moment. Maybe you've spent decades building your retirement account. Maybe you've paid off your home or you're close to doing it. You probably believed that reaching retirement would finally bring peace of mind. But instead, many retirees now find themselves checking prices more often, delaying purchases, worrying about medical bills, and wondering whether their savings will truly last. That constant uncertainty isn't because you failed. It's because the financial world has changed much faster than many retirement plans. One of the biggest retirement mistakes is believing your monthly expenses will automatically decrease after you stop working. In reality, many retirees actually spend more during the early years of retirement. They travel, visit family, renovate their homes, or help their children and grandchildren. Then inflation quietly increases the cost of everything around them. Food becomes more expensive, utilities increase, home insurance rises, property taxes climb, prescription medications cost more. None of these expenses seem overwhelming by themselves, but together they slowly reduce your purchasing power year after year. If you're finding this information helpful, subscribe to the channel. Every week we break down the biggest retirement, Social Security, and financial changes affecting Americans over 60, so you can make informed decisions before they become expensive mistakes. Another retirement trap is depending too heavily on a single source of income. Many retirees expect Social Security to cover most of their monthly expenses. While Social Security remains an important foundation for millions of Americans, it was never intended to replace an entire paycheck for most households. When inflation rises or unexpected expenses appear, relying on one income source can quickly create financial stress. Healthcare is another challenge that surprises many retirees. Even those with Medicare often discover that out-of-pocket costs continue to grow over time. Dental care, vision care, prescription medications, and long-term care expenses can consume a much larger portion of retirement income than expected. These costs rarely arrive all at once. Instead, they slowly become a permanent part of your monthly budget. Then there's the emotional side of retirement investing. During strong markets, people often feel confident enough to take unnecessary risks. During market declines, fear convinces many investors to sell at exactly the wrong time. History has shown that emotional decisions often become the most expensive decisions. Successful retirement planning usually depends less on predicting the next headline, and more on staying disciplined through changing economic conditions. Here's another reality that many families never discuss. Parents and grandparents often continue helping adult children financially long after retirement begins. While supporting family can be generous, repeated withdrawals from retirement savings can significantly reduce long-term financial security. Every dollar removed from a retirement portfolio today is one less dollar available to generate income tomorrow. Emergency expenses don't disappear simply because you've retired. Your roof doesn't know you're retired. Your car doesn't know you're retired. Medical emergencies certainly don't know you're retired. That's why maintaining an emergency fund remains just as important after retirement as it was during your working years. Having accessible cash can help prevent selling long-term investments during periods of market volatility. One of the most dangerous retirement myths is believing that someone else will solve your financial problems. Governments may change policies. Markets will continue rising and falling. Interest rates will move. Inflation will come and go. None of these events are fully within your control, but reviewing your spending, reducing unnecessary debt, maintaining a diversified investment strategy, and protecting your retirement savings are decisions you can control. If you've watched this far, you're already doing something many people never do. You're preparing instead of simply hoping for the best. Subscribe to the channel because our goal is simple: help Americans make smarter financial decisions before small problems become major retirement challenges. The retirement trap nobody saw coming isn't hidden because it's complicated. It's hidden because it develops slowly. A few extra dollars at the grocery store, slightly higher insurance premiums, increasing healthcare costs, rising property taxes, a little more inflation every year. Individually, these changes seem manageable, but over 10 or 20 years, they can dramatically change the financial picture of an entire retirement. The good news is that recognizing the problem gives you the opportunity to prepare. Review your monthly budget, understand where your retirement income comes from, build an emergency reserve, stay informed about changes affecting Social Security, Medicare, taxes, and the economy. Small decisions made consistently over time often have a greater impact than one dramatic financial move. Retirement should be about freedom, family, and peace of mind, not constant financial anxiety. The people who navigate retirement successfully aren't always the wealthiest. They're usually the ones who stay informed, remain flexible, and make thoughtful decisions as conditions change. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you think differently about retirement, subscribe to the channel. Share this video with a friend or family member who is planning for retirement, and leave a comment below telling us what concerns you most about your financial future. Remember, the retirement trap isn't impossible to avoid, but the earlier you recognize it, the better prepared you'll be for whatever comes next.